Good day and welcome here to a new video on my channel. So as you can see, it's beautiful weather, we have sun, and today we're traveling here from Kushiro over Tokyo to the Hakone National Park. So we are taking first of all the bus to the airport, and after that we're taking the plane to Tokyo. There is a bus coming. We just arrived here at the airport. As you can see, it's such a little airport. And we're flying now from here to Tokyo. And as you can see, on the little airport is even a vending machine. So we just arrived here in the plane and we're going to fly now for around about 2 hours. After having a great time and unique experiences, especially in the nature here in Hokkaido, we are unfortunately leaving the island in the north of Japan and we are flying back to the main island Honshu. Our flight will go from Kushiro back to Tokyo and then we will drive further to the Fuji Hakone National Park. So we just arrived here at the Haneda airport in Tokyo and we are claiming our baggage before we are going on with our travel journey. So that is our train now, as you can see, which we are going to take to Hakone. This train is very funny. As you can see, the seats are turning around in the right direction while we are going to drive. Living life is dangerous, but there's a map for every maze. Yeah, you can be a bird, tell the stories you have heard. Just arrived here in Hakone. This was our train, the Super Express, and as you can see, here are the Japanese signs, and right here you can see it's written Romance Car. It doesn't matter what they say. So as you can hear at the sound, we are in the mountains right now in the Hakone National Park and we are 585 meters above sea level, so we are really high, and as you can hear at the sound, there are many birds and insects which are doing these sounds. Alright guys, so we just arrived here in our lodge and I'm teaching you now how to put up a futon bed. So let's start with a mattress. I'm putting it here on the floor, like that. And now I need the blanket, which I'm going to put right over here. When you believe in me, love is gonna set me free. what we need next is a duvet, and that's right here. Oh, they are really big. I don't know how we want to sleep with this big duvet with over 40 degrees. It's really hot outside, and we have right here a fan, so it's much cooler than outside. And I'm putting this now right over here.
Used to be anonymous. Now the world has seen your face.
And here, last but not least, we have the pillow, which we're putting right here. And ready is our futon bed. So the pillow is made of rice inside, so it's just rice in here. So let's see how we can sleep tonight on here. And outside we have a wonderful view into the mountains and into the trees. And if we open the window, we can hear the sounds of the birds and the insects. Today we don't do anything special, we just travel to the Fuji Hakone National Park. So that's why we decided to give you some information about the Japanese culture, which we experienced in the past weeks here in Japan. So here are our 15
astonishing facts about Japan which we came across on our travel.
So the first fact is the Toto-Waschlet. So you may be asking, what is a Toto-Waschlet? It's simply a high-tech toilet, which you can find here in Japan, and they are like something from the future. Want to flush and leave? Think again. You are faced with the option to have numerous different power sprays, amongst other delights.
So for example, the first time I wanted to sit down on the toilet seat, but I just couldn't because it was too hot. The toilet seats are heated, and I was asking myself, why do Japanese people have a heated toilet seat if we have 40 degrees outside? So I mean, in winter it is obviously really perfect because when it's cold outside then you have a warm toilet seat, but in summer I think you definitely don't need this feature.
Some of them even play music to hide any sounds.
And because these toilets, these Toto-Waschlets, have so many buttons to push on, it is really hard and difficult to find the flusher because all the buttons are only explained in Japanese signs.
But still, we think this is an awesome gadget and you get really used to it. We wish we had that in Europe too.
So the Toto-Waschlet leads us to the second astonishing fact here from Japan. So the first time we entered a ryokan, a traditional Japanese hotel where you can sleep on these futon beds, and we wanted to go on the toilet, we saw toilet shoes.
Raised floors help to indicate when to take off shoes or slippers. At the entrance to a home in Japan, the floor will usually be raised about 6 inches, indicating you should take off your shoes and put on slippers. If the house has a tatami bedroom, its floor may be raised 1 or 2 inches, indicating you should take off your slippers as well.
I think it is a really good idea to keep the house clean, and we think that this is kind of also part of the Japanese culture.
So the third fact are the yukatas. A yukata is simply a bathrobe. In Europe we also have bathrobes, but they are usually with fleece, so they are very warm. Here in Japan you have the yukatas, which are kind of summer bathrobes, and they are also very light. So first we used the yukatas for going into the onsen, and we didn't know for what else we could use it. So that's why we used them for sleeping.
And later we looked up in the internet, and indeed, Japanese people use this yukata also for sleeping and of course for going into the onsen. Apparently, these yukatas are so popular among Japanese people that they wear this yukata all the time, literally. They have this yukata on when going to breakfast in the hotel, when going to dinner in the hotel, or if they just run around in the hotel, they wear this yukata every time at every place.
So I'm going to show you now how to wear this yukata, because you can only wear it in a special way. So I'm putting now this yukata on, and you must close the yukata by putting the right side onto your body and then close it with the left side. This is the right way. So you can't put it in the other way. Never do this because they put it the other way to dead people. So always wear yukata with the left side on the top. So now I have a kind of belt which I'm putting around. So I'm going to fix the yukata. I'm doing it like this and this. Now put a knot and that's it. Ready to go.
So the yukata leads us to the fourth fact, the onsen. We already explained what an onsen is in the video on my channel, the 6th vlog, so you can check this one out. But a short summary now for you. An onsen is a 40 to 42 degrees hot water bath. And it is a hot spring because all over Japan there are more than 28,000 hot springs. So at the beginning when we went into the bath, this 42-degree hot water was so hot that we couldn't even go inside. But now we got used to it.
It is so relaxing. We experience that Japanese people rather go into a onsen than into a pool. It's really funny.
Irashaimase!
Irashaimase! So this is our 5th point. So irashaimase basically means welcome in English.
And if you go in any supermarket or store, the Japanese people will shout on you, Irashaimase!
Irashaimase!
And here's our 6th fact.
Irashaimase is a very polite way to welcome you in a store, so that you're willing to buy goods. In general, Japanese people are very polite not only to foreigners, but also to their own people. For example, in the underground, when you have to wait for the trains, the Japanese people line up and don't complain about others. They're just waiting in the line one after another before boarding the train. So you can see it in every city in Japan, not only in Tokyo where it is crowded.
Japanese people are also really silent. In the subway, they don't speak any words with their neighbors. They just have, for example, their earphones in, and also their mobile phones. They have put them on silent mode, and there are even signs on the train, also on the Shinkansen, which say, please put your mobile to silent mode. And it is really incredible how every Japanese follow these rules, so that even if it's crowded, everyone has a silent and quiet area.
With the polite behavior of Japanese people, we continue with fact number 7. We experienced many times going into a restaurant, in a shop or in a hotel, the Japanese people will bow in front of you and say
Arigato,
arigato gozaimasu,
arigato gozaimashita,
which basically means thank you. If you say arigato gozaimasu or arigato gozaimashita, it is much politer to say arigato gozaimasu or arigato gozaimashita than just arigato. Also, the foreigners are not supposed to bow themselves, just Japanese people do so.
Also, this may not really be astonishing, but still we think it is a kind of funny fact, because when you buy something in the store, the Japanese people will not only say arigato gozaimasu, they will also say lots of times yes. And yes in Japanese means hi. And no is ie. So if you buy something, the Japanese people will say arigato gozaimasu, hi, in a row. And don't mix up the Japanese hi with the English hi. So, hi. And now we're coming to the 8th astonishing fact about Japan. Everywhere where you go, you can see that Japanese people have charms or lucky charms with them. On their bags, on their mobile phones, just everywhere.
But where do they get the charms from? Just everywhere. In every shrine and every temple there is a little boutique where you can buy these charms, and they have different purposes.
For example, we also bought some charms. These ones are for good studies, the yellow one is for good luck, and this one is, for example, for happiness.
So the Japanese people believe very strong in their religion, and that the purpose of the charm will come true. Vending machine. So the next fact is the number 9. Everywhere you go you can find vending machines.
These vending machines sell foods, drinks and lots of other stuff.
You can buy them between 100 and 300 yen.
And they are literally everywhere. Even in the remotest village or on top of any mountain, there are vending machines. And you basically have them in the city on every corner.
So this is definitely a really awesome thing from Japan.
Astonishing fact about Japan, number 10.
So you won't believe me, but there are no bins on the street. Literally no bins.
So a real story. One day I had like a paper and also an empty bottle, and I was searching a bin on the street and there was literally no bin. So I had to carry around all the rubbish with me the whole day, and next to the vending machines there are sometimes bins for the bottles, for the empty bottles, but there are no bins for normal rubbish. So you have to take all your rubbish with you back home. And it is really surprising that there's no rubbish on the streets, because the Japanese people, they take their rubbish with them home. So the streets are really clean, cleaner than in Europe sometimes, but there are no bins.
So the 11th fact is that there is loud advertisement on the street. So there are big advertisement walls on the houses, and also all the vendors are shouting very loud and advertising their products.
So here in Japan there are huge advertisement walls on the houses, and they are on all the day and all the night, and they even have loud sound with them. So you'll be entertained while walking on the street. Fact number 12. So the Japanese people have rice to every meal. No matter if it's breakfast, lunch or dinner, they have rice all the time with every meal, cold, warm, in different variations, and they just eat rice, really.
So as you may know, the Japanese people also eat with chopsticks, and that's why the rice is a bit sticky, so you can easily eat them with your chopsticks.
And Japanese people eat lots of vegetables, so they are really, really healthy.
Fact number 13. Everywhere you go you have Wi-Fi. You don't need to worry if you have mobile data or not. You have everywhere Wi-Fi. In stores, restaurants and hotels.
And they even have free Wi-Fi on planes. We never had free Wi-Fi on planes, and if there was Wi-Fi you had to pay for it. But when we took the flight from Tokyo to Hokkaido, there was free Wi-Fi and you didn't have to pay for it. So you could chat with your friends, watch YouTube, hear music, just everything you normally do, and this in the middle of the air. So we think this is really an awesome and incredible progress here in Japan.
Cubic cars!
So this is fact number 14. Japanese people drive lots of cubic cars. They look like a cubic, they are flat on the front, flat on the back,
and flat on the sides.
And you basically see them on every street, driving or parking, and they are a bit smaller than normal cars, but they really look funny.
You can find them in every color, in every style. It's just a Japanese thing. Very awesome. The last astonishing fact number 15, is about the Japanese money. In general, on every coin you can see the value, but not on one coin.
On the 5 yen coin, because the 5 yen coin just has a hole in it. We never saw that any currency has a hole in one coin, so we thought this is really an astonishing fact about Japan, that the 5 yen coin has a hole in it.
So that were our 15 astonishing facts about Japan.
So if you have any questions about the Japanese culture or you want to know anything more, then let us know in the comments down below and we will answer it.
So let's continue with the vlog. So we're sleeping tonight in the room Matsu, and this room is located right next to the main building, and here we can go into the main building through a little door into the nature, and the next door into the main building. For example, right here we have a private onsen where we will go later, and now we are going to the dinner. So here we have our traditional Japanese dinner for tonight. As you can see here we have some vegetables, and down here we have some sushi. And right here we've got some meat with some vegetables. Alright guys, so after the dinner we are going in a traditional Japanese onsen, and it's a kind of hot spring, a hot bath. MCee explained it in an earlier video, so definitely check out the video and have a look. You will find there somewhere there a card popping up, and just click on that and then you can see the other vlog. So let's go and enjoy the 42 degrees hot water. That was a nice day. So if you liked the video from today, make sure to give this video a thumb up. You also leave some comments down below, and you don't forget to subscribe to MCee's and to my channel. So see you tomorrow in MCee's vlog. Bye!